Run the clock, Super 16, it's the cream of the crop. College football, time of year, don't stop. With
You're adding this guy.
Just another go dome with the courage, heart, skill, and will. Bringing you the best 16, serving up a plate for the football fiends. Breaking the best 16 college teams. Football fans, it's the show of your dreams.
Ain't no bias, Chris Zorich breaking truth. Traded in the golden helmet in the past for a suit. With the tape, never lies, college ball, he's a stoop. Breaking the top 16, not the top 32.
I don't mean to cut you off like a Zorich jersey, but you ain't really grinding unless the jersey dirty. Hit the running back like a Mack truck behind the 30-yard line. It's game time, my team riding off the sideline.
You look at Chris like this with a fact checklist, going over college teams like a big scientist. Steve streaking from his head like in his playing days. Super 16 polls on the show straight away.
It's the FBS, the best of the best from the ACC to the SEC. Pac-12, Big 10, Mountain West, Sun Belt, and the Big 12. Open your eyelids, who the best like the clock? Super 16, it's the cream of the crop. College football, time of year, don't stop. With Christopher Zorich, just another go dome with the courage, heart, skill, and will. Bringing you the best 16, serving up a plate for the football fiends. Breaking the best 16 college teams. Football fans, it's the show of your dreams.
The best intro ever. Hello, everyone. This is Chris Zorich, and this is year 3 of the Super 16 pool show. We're actually a week behind, which I apologize. Life crazy. Had to move my daughter in. She's a senior at St. Mary's, so that was kind of crazy last week, and so I do apologize. But we'll be here every week, Monday at this time, making sure y'all can get your understanding of the top 16 teams in all of college football. We've had some interesting things going on, but I cannot wait to talk about it. But before we do, I'd like to bring in Philotoshin because, I'm sorry, Draft Dr. Phil, because he may have a couple comments about our beloved Bears.
Our beloved Bears?
Yes, I say. And Shane, what's up, man? I miss you guys. I wish you guys were here. We're here for the Bears-Packers game.
Take over the
You know who's going to win this one. Miss you. Wish you were here. Go Bears. Go TTNL. Let's kick some ass.
Yes.
I honestly thought we were going to kick some ass.
Bro, I was right there with you. Super excited. Big day yesterday at the Atoshin household. We kicked off my return to head coaching, Shane.
Hello,
Chris, with a big 28-0 victory. The college football's back. I'm coaching out there. As you can hear, my voice is a little hoarse.
Yes, of course.
And then I just had the great vibe that the Chicago Bears were going to take that step in the direction that we had hoped. And let me just tell you, it was a huge disappointment for the Chicago Bears fan base, the Chicago Bears themselves. And honestly, for me, I was having such a great day, and then the Bears just did it to you. They did it to you. And
so imagine the 100 of alumni that were there, and 100 plus alumni that were there, and like literally everybody wanted to, and even Dick Butkus. I had a picture with my all-time idol. He actually wanted to get out there and play because they were playing so poorly. So that's just one of the things that happens when you get a whole bunch of former players together who think they could still put the helmet on and kick some ass.
Your former teammate also, Dante Jones.
We had a great conversation. He loves you guys. He told me he was going to do that. I did not have mine with me, so I do apologize. However, I know his ass ain't do a shout out like I did. So I'm just saying.
Hey, he was waving his flag in the stands. Look at him. There's a competition from Bears alumni and players.
There you go. See,
represent TTNL. This was me, Chris, after the Bears game. That was me.
I think that was everybody in the stands. Believe me. I mean,
Right.
everyone was shocked. I mean, after the pick set, I mean, it's just everything that happened. I mean, but I would have to say there toward the end, there were probably, I mean, I don't know figures, but there had to be at least 10, 15,000 people that were still there. So
They started going. Let me just say this real quick. Obviously, Bears fans
real quick.
tuned in to Bears Hour Live. There was 2,000 plus live
Nice.
viewers, and then overnight over 10,000 views. I don't know what it is now because obviously we're at practice, but checking in on BHL, the Best Bears post game show, and I had a rant, and Shane had a rant. And we kept it 100 about our disappointment, and Chris, just obviously getting the tape tonight via some of our producer, and I'll go through the tape, but my eyes told me how unprepared the team is. A reflection of the head coach. They looked lackadaisical. I know Greg Olson on the broadcast, another former Bear, was calling them out, down 18 points. They're walking around. You saw Chase Claypool not block on bubble, and it just was a huge disappointment on all levels. Justin Fields looked lost out there. There's no sugarcoating what was a tragedy at Soldier Field. And I've stood by this credo, and it was funny because Mike Tomlin ended up saying almost the same thing almost a couple days after I had said it. I think a boxer has to spar. And I've called Matt Nagy out for bubble wrapping his players. I called Eberflus out for the same thing. And Justin Fields is an unknown commodity with immense talent. When you have a quarterback, they got to play. And with a limited CBA, with a limited tackling and live ability, because a union rep's going to start huffing and puffing and all this other, use the actual umbrella of live scrimmage to get yourself calloused up and prepared to play in the season. And if you're going to worry about injury, that's football. But you got to get your reps out there, get those players out there. You could tell the Bears, they were out-coached, out-hit, outplayed.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke Getsy, all of the questions I had, all of them showed up out there to show the answer was the opposite direction. The offensive coordinator was terrible. I just want to get this one thing off my chest, Chris, before we get into
real quick.
Justin Fields is not a sit-in-the-pocket passer in the shotgun. His processing ability and his accuracy on the deep ball were shown in college of what he is. So you have a job as an offensive coordinator or head coach to say, we're not going to run your offense or my offense. We're going to run an offense of what this guy does really well. And that's get under center, power scheme, trap scheme, run scheme, and action off of it, and allow him to get comfortable, have a running game so he can help himself immensely. And apparently that didn't happen. We're going to be in the shotgun 20 plus times. Straight out the gate, Chris.
Jeez.
And think of it. I know you were probably cringing on the sideline, and Shane said it for what it was. It was a turning point moment when you're trying this gimmickry. I guess Aaron Rodgers is injured.
Like, what was that, like 5 seconds into the game?
I know.
Like, what happened? Did he trip over somebody?
I don't know. Oh, but what was that? Oh, when you get into the 3rd down and 1 and you're using a gimmick to get Cole Kmet under center to do a quarterback sneak for a 1st down. I mean, play the game with the pride and joy of Illinois the right way, right? if you're going to quarterback sneak, how about use the quarterback to do it? Who's 6'4", 230 pounds.
There you go.
We got to get a guy that's not a quarterback, that's really, I call him 50 cents on the dollar. I know you're a Notre Damer. I don't want to get you in trouble.
I'm a huge fan of Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet, his new nickname for me is 50 cents on the dollar.
Oh, you're mean.
Because
you are mean.
Doesn't play to his pay. He's got to be more physical. But anyway, a terrible day for the Chicago Bears. I feel bad for every Bears fan and everybody like you that was there. Huge letdown, huge disappointment. And now you got a question. Are you going to go to Tampa and lose again? It doesn't get easy. Then you got the Chiefs coming in.
Come on.
Now the Chiefs then come into town after that. The Bears are really in a predicament now. We called it before the season. This was going to be a playoff type game for the Bears. You can't lose to Jordan Love in your house opening day, has Aaron Rodgers, whatever, limps off in New York, but Aaron is gone. The rivalry has been one-sided, and you listen, you don't lose by a field goal in a tight game. You get embarrassed on every level, and it's unfortunate. And
however, one game a season does not make.
I hear you.
Got to understand that this is. I mean, they only won 3 games last year, and yes, there's a lot of hype, and everyone was excited. But are we gonna say, hey, from 3 games to Super Bowl?
But Chris, I agree. I agree. But
building blocks, building steps.
That was the worst performance.
It was deplorable.
Exactly. And that's where it's hard. You're right. I'm old enough to remember Cleveland beating Pittsburgh 56-0 or something crazy in the 90s. And the Steelers end up going to the Super Bowl that year. Opening day, Cleveland destroyed them. And everyone had their question. So, yeah, it can be done. But the Bears haven't showed us any sense of consistency or anything committed to Justin Fields, his abilities. All it was a showcase of confusion and letdown for me. Getsy is who I thought he was, another shoe salesman. And same with Eberflus. That's where I'm going with these guys. You can't have yes men. And I know Warren wasn't there when they hired these guys. And we can all say the right things, but there has to be somebody in that role. And you played for 2 of the best, and Coach Holtz and Coach
Dave Watson. Oh, okay. I thought you said Dave Watson. My bad.
No, you played 2 of the best, and there was accountability, not just talk about it,
right?
But there also was a commitment to the run,
right?
And listen, if you watch that game, when they got under center and ran the football, there was positives and then the next play, they're in gun again,
right?
There was nothing,
right?
And then Chris, as a football coach myself, if I'm going to run a naked boot, I better damn establish some outside zone. Let's just try the naked boot here. Green Bay's just sitting on it.
Sure.
It's like, come on, exactly. They're flat. They quit on their coach. Let's call it what it is. People were pointing fingers, and then you get Darnell Mooney hurt in
that
no time game. Like,
couldn't believe it.
Scrub time. We're gonna run a bubble screen. Hey, let me whisper this to Luke Getsy. Take your horizontal bubble screen game and send it to the Arena League with Matt Nagy's. It ain't working. It ain't working.
There you go.
There we go. That's our Chicago Bears portion of this.
Yes, and that took up 15 minutes of my Super 16 time, and we are trying to be
condensed.
A little bit more condensed this year because I was talking a little too much Wink, wink. And so some of our shows kind of went on for a little bit longer than folks anticipated. So this year, we're going to condense things. I won't talk about every single quarterback. I won't talk about every single previous game. We're just going to go out there and have some fun.
Let's have some fun.
Well, a little bit more importantly, we will talk about a few things. The first thing I want to talk about is we may have to change the intro because will there be a Pac-12? Or I'm not sure if there's like a Mountain West or a Pac-12, or if all the teams are going to be consumed by the SEC and the Big Ten. I'm not sure. We may only need 2 logos up there. Here we go. Is that the same? Do I have the same shirt on? Come on. Thank God I don't. Okay, I was going to say, geez, I only got like 2 of them, so you know.
Mel Tucker's on his way out.
Oh my gosh, how about that, man?
Jesus.
Well, hey, we got to talk about Colorado. We got talking about Alabama. Talk about this crazy conference stuff. But first, let's talk about the Super 16, and we can go with the first team.
Number 16, Oklahoma.
Okay, this is a funny thing. So they're previously unranked. Played at SMU, and I'm not sure where the hell SMU is going to be. Are they going to be in the Big 12, or are they going to be in Mountain West, or are they going to be in their own conference, or is it the Big 10? I'm not sure where.
I feel like it's like a Dr. Pepper commercial. We need.
By the way, those are great this year. So
great.
Oh my God, like terrific.
They are phenomenal.
But I mean, like literally, I think I text you or you text me or something like that. Like, I woke up one morning and was like, hey, where's so-and-so? Like, somebody just moved. I forgot who it was.
Stanford and Cal are moving to the Atlantic Coast. I was like, where do the surfers surf in the Atlantic side? I
mean, poor Jim Phillips at the ACC. He's just trying to keep his head above water. He brought in the big powerhouses of Stanford and Cal. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And then there was some influence apparently by Notre Dame's athletic director who said, hey, you know, he was volleying for Stanford and Cal. A lot of people are like, what about you?
You.
Hello. That was my first dig. Whoa, that was my first dig on the Irish. I have many more, but
Letterman throw.
We are we are going to move on to number 15.
Number 15, Oregon State.
See how smooth that was? See, we only spent literally about a minute and a half on Oklahoma, who again, first time up, that's great. Oklahoma State was 16 in the previous poll that y'all did not see because it was so top secret.
It was.
They move up.
It was.
I
think we have it here. Do we have it?
Does it exist? It does exist.
Okay. There it is.
There we go. See? Oregon State moves up 1 as they beat UC Davis 55-7. Not a great opponent, but you know, our boy is there. DJ Uiagalelei. Remember him?
I remember him.
Okay.
I remember we couldn't
pronounce his name better than me.
I can never pronounce it better than you.
Because I jack it up every time.
DJ from Clemson goes out to Oregon State and has been playing good ball.
I'm excited for him, man. I'm excited. Well, folks kind of wrote him off, you know?
I like that.
Unfortunately, I love that story of kind of overcoming that adversity. So let's move on to 14.
Number 14, Kansas State.
So here's where I start getting a little kind of skeptical on things. They played Troy 42-13. They literally just got bumped up because they had to and they won. Very rarely will I demote someone when it has to be a close game, a game that they should have dominated where they may drop one because of a win but again, not really too impressed. Again, playing Troy, but that's what's going to happen. I think until like week 4, because a lot of these teams are going to want to get their quote unquote preseason games out of the way, right? So I'm excited about that. Any comments about Kansas State?
No, I'm excited. I know they lost a couple players. The kid Vaughn is now with the Cowboys. You saw that story. So listen, Kansas State has in the last 15 years really been a consistent competitor and building a solid program there. So it's exciting to see them listed 14.
Hey,
14. You want to go to my least favorite number?
that'd be nice.
Let's go to number 13.
Number 13, Oregon.
The Ducks, baby. Now I'm excited.
Your boy.
This is this is what happens when you get, what is he on his 5th school? 6th school now?
Auburn. Then he started somewhere, then Auburn,
Correct.
then here.
Correct.
I don't remember how many schools.
forgot
Third
where-
school.
Yes, 3rd school, but the ability, and I'm trying to look this up kind of quick.
Bo Nix.
Oh, our buddy Bo. Oh, exactly. I mean, we actually loved him.
Yes.
And this is like, yes, he did. Thank you, Ricketts. I appreciate that. But I think this is like his 7th school. So let's see what happens. And hopefully he does have success. Again, Texas Tech wasn't really too impressed. However, I do have a trivia question. What conference is Texas Tech in? I'm really not sure at this point.
Texas Tech. I have no clue.
Aren't
they in the Atlantic Coast?
12. Wow. See, that's so bad.
Are they moving to the Big East? Is the Big East coming back?
For basketball and football. However, I'm surprised. Did you guys hear this? I was looking on ESPN.
Yep.
And going over the whole schedule. And apparently, which I did not know, the ACC was able to get a deal with the CW network.
Oh, the CW.
So
formerly the WWB network.
So I wonder if they're going to have like,
are we going to have superheroes involved in
or
the game
or young millennials kind of coming out and discussing the game?
We're going to have like the Nerd Patrol, like Stat Boys come out. Well, if this was my fantasy league.
Right. I mean, I'm just giving them shit because like literally they're trying to get as much. And then I think also I heard that one of these teams, I think was the ACC, I think it was, they were able to get a deal with like either AMC or like Lowe's movie theater.
Really?
So some games are going to be on the big screen on Saturdays.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, man.
They're going to be played in the theaters?
They're going to be played in the theaters, man.
It's like Taylor Swift's concert. You can go to the AMC to watch it.
There you go. All right, let's jump to 12.
Number 12, Tennessee.
I mean, I'm excited about Tennessee. I mean, we obviously love Tennessee from last year. Gonna be interesting to see how things kind of turn out for them again. But they played Austin Peay, and again, it's one of those situations where they're getting kind of their preseason games out of the way until they have to face some big teams. So
Austin Peay. I've always I would throw that name out there as a reprimand or punishment for some guy that wants to cut the line in playing like college football back in the day. And I'd be like, all right, you could play with Austin Peay.
Wow. You're
I don't even know. What's their mascot?
I think they're the Deacons. I think they're like a guy with a top hat on or something like
Austin
that. No,
Peay.
it's Wake Forest Deacons. I'm sorry.
Demon Deacons. Austin Peay. Is that in Austin, Texas?
No, I think it's in the South. I think it's in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
We got to find out what the nickname is, Cherie. Austin Peay. Peay.
Hello.
Hey. Austin Peay. Let's go to number Well, first, they are the governors.
Governors. There we
Of
go.
course
Because
they
I
are.
think they have like a big hat. I think kind of like the
They're
guy
crooked,
on
crooked hat.
the guy on the Monopoly board. Because I think his
Yes.
name is Governor.
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 Did you see the Tennessee quarterback, former Michigan quarterback, just
Yes.
flick his wrist for 98-yard throws?
That's what happens when
Maybe
you have a
the
quarterback.
strongest arm I've ever seen.
That's what happens when you have a quarterback who can play, which is,
Bro, this dude has the strongest arm I've ever seen at Tennessee. He's going to be exciting. Anything else on Tennessee?
Not yet.
Nothing else. We'll see. I'm excited to see how they turn it around this year. Can they
Speaking about
keep it going?
quarterbacks,
Let's talk
Number
about
11, Utah.
Utah. They actually beat
Yo.
my favorite team from last year, if you remember that.
you and Ben Ricketts.
See?
He's right there. Benny Ricketts.
That's the thing. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So Texas Tech is in the Big 12.
Yes.
But I was on the Baylor bandwagon for I think about 6 weeks there, and thought they were going to be the next national champions, but that was just not the case. So there we go. See, Clarksville, Tennessee.
My
Hello.
boy Edwin
There we go.
Lopez in the South.
So Utah, they won kind of a close one, and I don't know if you had a chance to see any of it. I was kind of switching back between because Notre Dame had like a 12-hour game delay.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of going back and forth. It was crazy.
Do you have the YouTube TV now? Do you have that? Or
I have a TV that plays YouTube.
No, the YouTube TV. They got all the games on the
College
screen.
games? No way.
Yes, bro.
No.
It's sick. You didn't see the picture I took of it.
No.
Bro. I'll
Not.
give you the YouTube TV code.
I didn't know anything about college game. I thought they only did NFL.
No, they have every college game
Live.
No,
I don't believe you.
and you could record. It's unlimited.
No.
Yes.
I don't believe you at all. How did I not know about this?
I thought you were up to date on all the latest tech stuff.
Well,
You're like a Star Wars freak.
College football and YouTube, you would think I would know that. Oh my
YouTube
God.
TV, you could put all of the games up there. They have.
I did not know that.
The only thing that stinks about it, or that they could fix, is that if you could just choose, because they have channels devoted for like Pac-12. Oh, see, she's talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Multi-view, they have the choice. So now it's going, because I wanted to watch Iowa versus Iowa State.
Right.
And I also wanted to see another game, but they were on two different. So I would love the option to put them both together and you create your own.
So like what if you happen to have a couple TVs?
Well, you're totally covered then, because they have like 4 channels with 6 games on one, 6 games, or 4 on another.
I did not know that.
Oh, it's great, bro.
Oh my God.
And you can also move the audio to which game you want to be the showcase. So yeah.
Wait, so
it's
how
really
did
good.
Anyway, I apologize.
I'll send you the code. I'll get you $45 off or whatever.
No, it's fine. I'm good with that. I just didn't know I had that access. I mean, I didn't know. I knew about the NFL deal.
Yeah.
I didn't know. How can they? I mean, are they? I would love to see how that worked out.
Listen, the YouTube, Google, those same guys we're joking about on the tech side are putting it together. Like,
yeah, no shit.
It's really good. And all these companies, like Amazon, is starting to come up with different angles to watch now. We can watch a broadcast with the all 22 angle on their NFL package.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're going to have all these different angles to watch the games on, which is also awesome. But
so let's get back to our Utes, because
we're missing our boy
Cam. Yes. Mr. Mullet, Mr. Like, I want my quarterback to be like him, because let's not remember he beat SC twice to get the Big 12 championship. Now, who the hell has done that? Like, literally, back to back.
I have no idea.
He might be like Caleb Williams' kryptonite.
He's also a great story of perseverance.
Yes.
I mean, he took one of the worst shots I've saw a quarterback take and got right back up to play. I didn't think he was going to get up last year. So clearly they were missing him against Baylor, who's been a letdown this year. Your Baylor Bears.
Same.
But they pulled it out, Utah. So you got them at 11.
Yes. However,
Cam
now we're
is
going to
coming
go
back
into
this
10,
week.
which is going to be kind of
no.
interesting.
Here we go. Are you ready for this, Cherie? 10.
Number 10, LSU.
Lordy, the blame game begins. I think the folks in LSU Tiger Country realize now why folks were very excited that Brian Kelly left, because you heard him at the press conference. Now again, they beat who they beat. They beat Grambling 72-10. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how they got demolished against Florida State.
Embarrassed.
That was just, I mean, and literally after the game, he came out and he was like, "Hey, you know, we thought we were Georgia," and then he just started blaming players, which that's kind of what he was doing at Notre Dame. Now, I do give him credit though. I mean, he went into that game 5th, and let's remember he beat Alabama last year. So, I mean, he bounced back, had a great year last year, 5th preseason this year. But he kind of shit the bed. So, but however, I think they still have a good team now. So it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back playing some better opponents.
Yeah, the kid Daniels. It was a tight game. And then LSU, I mean, Florida State just put the vice grip on them.
It was amazing. And you should see, so I'm on a text chain with a bunch of guys that I played with over the years. And everybody was just talking like, "Oh, look at BK's face," and there's all these memes, and it was just hilarious.
No bad blood there, right, Chris?
None at all. Actually, you know, honestly, I mean, and I've said this before, like, I don't blame him for leaving for freaking $100 million. I mean, who wouldn't do that? It's just the way he left him. Like,
right.
You know, sent them a text, said, you know, "Hey guys, I want you to know before it gets out." And then, "Hey, we'll have a meeting tomorrow morning." And he's in the meeting for like 3 minutes, and then he rolls out. Like, really, dude? Like spend some time with him, man. Have some class.
Especially their kids.
Absolutely.
Kids.
Absolutely. How about our number 9?
Jim McMahon. Number 9.
Hello, here we go.
Number 9, Notre Dame.
You want to talk about having agita? Jesus, come on, man.
Come on, man.
It was like a 6-hour game. I think a 6-hour rain delay. But, you know, and again, I'm talking to my buddies, talking to my friends. And Sam Hartman, who was at Wake Forest, who we actually loved. And we actually talked about his injury, how he was able to come back from that. It was like a staph infection or something like that. I mean, he was like, literally, we loved him last year. Then he ends up at Notre Dame. And then he like throws like 15 gazillion yards against one of the academies in Ireland.
Yes.
And a HBCU in Tennessee State.
Yeah.
And I had to talk a lot of people off the national championship bandwagon.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were talking about, hey, when was the last time a quarterback averaged like 40-something points a game at Notre Dame?
Right.
I think that goes back to like Johnny Lujack or Newt Rockne or something like that.
Did Sid Luckman play at Notre Dame? Oh,
I have no idea. It just sounded good.
He played at Harvard.
I think he played at he played at Harvard. Okay.
Yes.
Well, Notre Dame's the Harvard of the North or something, you know? But I mean, how excited I am, obviously representing.
They rep
Still
it.
got my love for Marcus.
Yeah.
But so my like time all week, I just been kind of talk people off of the national championship. Because everybody talking.
Pump the brakes. Coach Zorich.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. Who do we got this week?
We have Central Michigan.
Okay, you should win this game, right? We always talk about these.
You know,
Remember, we got cocky Marshall.
There we go. That's
Marshall.
And which is what happened. And that was the game that's That's tough. Thanks, Shane.
Always Shane.
Right. I can't wait to talk about Alabama's quarterback. But the idea that we have a quarterback now that actually can throw the ball and do some great things, we're excited about it. But again, let's take each game at a time. I forgot who's after Central Michigan because I'm only thinking about
one game at a time.
Exactly. I think they're the Chippewas, Central Michigan Chippewas.
Yes, they are.
There we go. See?
Look at you.
Hey, man.
Notre Dame education. Shane's always jealous.
It's good for something.
Exactly. Notre Dame, number 9. Number 8, Chris, unless you have another thought on Notre Dame.
I can't wait. I will talk about Notre Dame after the victory against Central Michigan. How about that?
Number 8. Washington.
Now, I am excited about our guy, man. I mean, we loved him last year as a quarterback, and I think he's just going to do some good things, man. It's going to be fun watching. And I was surprised because I didn't think they would be that great last year, and they were.
Mm-hmm.
Our Huskies.
The Huskies, what's the kid's name again? Washington. Huh?
Pinkett, I think.
Pickett.
Yep.
You gotta love what he's bringing to the table. Burying Boise, right?
Tulsa. I mean, it's just
Tulsa. Obviously, Lovie Smith.
Exciting football from our guy, and I think eventually, he's going to be in the top 5 QBs, man.
Yeah, I really like the way he's throwing the football. Clearly putting up big numbers, and they get to play Mel Tuckerless Michigan State.
Ouch.
Coming up this week.
Ouch.
We're gonna have to talk about that.
So here's the thing.
Yes.
I would like to apologize to all of our viewers and to you and to Cherie and Ron G.
Yes.
Through my excitement putting together my Super 16 poll.
Yes.
I may have forgotten the team, which I think should be inserted right here. So let's call this like 8.5, like 8.5.
8.1. Are they above Washington in your book?
No, they're not. Oh, yes, they are. They are.
Oh, they are. So we'll call them 7.5.
There we go. So yeah, I like that. Yes, 7.5, and this is University of Texas.
Wow, University.
Our guy Sarkisian. That was a freaking awesome game. And y'all know how much I love me some Bama and some Nick Saban. But this was one of those games where, again, this is what I'm used to, right? I'm used to Florida State. I'm used to Florida State LSU. I'm used to Bama, Texas. I was used to Notre Dame, Michigan. I mean, these are the big games at the beginning of the year that literally set the tone for your team. Now, again, in defense of Bama, it's good for them to lose early than obviously later, right? So I'm sure Bama's going to come back, but it's just one of those things where, for me, I thought that Bama was going to win.
Ewers goes out there taking that step. Did you see the story on Ewers?
I did.
Turned his life around, kind of found God and cleaned up his act, also dropped some weight. And you could see he looks more athletic, more decisive. He made some big throws against Alabama, too. It wasn't just the poor quarterback play by Alabama. It was a total team effort, but I thought Ewers, to your point, you're putting him here. I like where you're putting them, almost.
And don't get me wrong.
I have some disagreements with you here, but
I'm sure, because people give me shit because how are you going to rank Alabama higher than Texas? I still think Alabama's a damn good team, and we're going to see hopefully some good things from who's the quarterback after my guy? The current guy.
The Alabama quarterback,
right? From Notre Dame.
Is he coming in? Did they make that announcement?
No. They didn't make the announcement. But I'm pretty sure after this.
I was wondering.
What the hell's his name, man? Yes.
Passing. Where is he?
Pass. Next question. He's the guy who
Milrose, right?
Wow.
Milrow.
Wow. Tommy Reese brought him in.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, Milrow. See,
I'm talking about the backup.
Yeah, the kid from Notre Dame. What
Yes.
the hell's his name? Buckner.
Tyler Buckner. Yes.
Thank you, Shane.
Yes.
Buckner.
Thank you.
We saw his athleticism at Notre Dame, and
couldn't
get into that. What's that?
So yeah, I'm sure I'm going to get shit for ranking Alabama higher than Texas, but I will accept.
We haven't even got there yet. Let's get to number 7.
I'm sorry. Okay, number
7, Penn State.
A little shout out to Curtis Enos. I hung out with him.
Really?
At the reunion, when we were talking about how awesome it would be to get that ND Penn State rivalry back.
Wow, there's a name
from the
past.
Can
you get him on the show with us? That would be awesome.
I don't have time. I only got like 15 more seconds before we gotta cancel the show.
15 seconds. You got time?
Oh, I'm sorry. Right.
Penn State. Penn State would be higher for me.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God. They look like a top 4 team.
Top 4? Come on.
Yes. I'm
Delaware?
telling you.
Come on, man. Delaware? Come on, man. I mean, I want to get shit from my guy for putting Michigan second.
I like Penn State better than another state.
Wow.
That you put in there. But that game will play itself out.
Okay.
Yes,
that will. But Delaware, like.
Listen, Delaware 63 points they put up. It wasn't. We got to go by your rule, Chris. It wasn't like, oh, they struggled. They just had their way and wiped the floor. 63 points.
But
that shows some depth.
They're supposed to win.
App State took North Carolina to OT.
Which is why you don't see North Carolina anywhere in my top 16.
All right.
Nor do you see
but I do see number 6.
There we go. Let's go, baby.
Roll number 6, Alabama.
Roll Tide, baby.
This is your bleeding heart.
This is Shane will understand this. They're going to come back. They're going to be freaking undefeated going into the SEC championship game. You heard it.
So
you heard
answer
it
the
first.
question. Yes. I'm Harvey Specter of Suits. I'm the attorney.
Yes.
How do you have Bama over Texas? How does that happen? Texas handled them.
Because I am a diehard Bama fan. And I know that they're going to end the season in the SEC championship with 1 loss. I'm sorry. They're going to be in the SEC championship with 1 loss.
Really?
Yes.
Are you banking on Milrow or are you banking on the kid, the transfer from Notre Dame?
Milrow. Because if they get to Tyler Buckner, then they're in trouble.
Okay. Again, Penn State over Bama. That's what I see. Bama quarterback. He's struggling, man.
He is.
Struggling.
No,
he's staring down receivers like Justin Fields was. Sunday. Hey.
Which is why I'm trying to find Penn State here.
Edwin is banking with you.
Hey, man, thank you very much. See, there's a smart, intelligent-looking young man.
Edwin has his style like you, except for the beard.
Okay, thank you. and he has a little bit more hair than I do.
Simpson, he says, is the best QB on the Bama roster.
Huh? Who?
I thought there was going to be a QB change within the game.
Ooh,
that's how bad Milrow was looking to me.
That would have been interesting.
And Saban is a dude that would normally do that.
See,
listen,
so
look at Ben is Team Phil, Edwin's
go.
team, Chris, a double-digit loss at home for the second time in 20 years. You got to give Texas a boost. Thank you,
this
Ben.
is the second time. Come on. I mean, it didn't happen. You answered your own question.
So they did it, so they should be rewarded in the Zorich. Oh,
I'm a homer for Bama.
Say, look at Shane giving us quotes. Saban said he almost pulled Milroe.
See?
But then he led him to that touchdown drive late. Hey, we're going to see where it is. I also think
it was hard watching that game, man.
This next team you have is definitely over number 4 for me.
What?
Hell yeah. Let's
God.
You ready to go to 5?
Please, let's go to 5.
Let's debate this one.
Number 5, Florida State.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Are you serious?
Dun, 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 dun.
How do you not? Dude, they look great against
I know,
number 5
number 4.
LSU. Whoa, I thought you were talking about Penn State.
Penn State should be 5. Or, 5.
No.
Florida State 4. That team that you have at 4 should be 6.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
But that's my poll.
Of course.
Here he goes. Oh my!
And here you would think that Shane did not like my selection. See, I thought you'd be on my side.
Shane, Chris is siding with you. He's got Alabama at 6, Penn State at 7, Texas at 7.5.
Yes,
it's the 16 and a half.
It's the 16 and a half. Oh, so right, exactly. Which again, that was my fault.
Though, Chris. Epic win last week.
Yes.
And obviously we didn't have the show kicking off till this week. Then this past Saturday, who did they beat? Florida State. They beat a small school, right?
Southern Mississippi.
Southern Miss. So was Brett Favre there? Was it Brett Favre Day?
Wow.
Southern Miss.
He's suing a guy from ESPN.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp.
No.
Yes.
What's his face?
And he's suing Shannon Sharp and the punter. What's his name?
The new kid, yeah.
The punter,
right?
Former punter.
Who I love. I love college football live, but college game day, bro. It's just too much, man.
I gotta say this, since you
I think I'm getting older.
The same thing? The 3 of them in the end zone doing a broadcast. Have you watched that?
No, I didn't see that part.
Bro, awful. It's not good. I'm like, what are they doing? They're standing in the end zone, just like pointing out stuff. Not for me.
He's taking over like the whole network. Like he's doing simulcast for like.
Why am I blanking on his name? What's his name? McAfee. Thank you.
Yes.
Pat McAfee.
Yes.
Thanks, Mike.
I mean, I think I saw him like explode, and that was the day that I think he was at Tennessee. She was somewhere where he jumped off the boat in his and people went nuts. And I was like, dude, that guy, people are gonna love him.
Yeah, he's a wild man. He's good.
Yes, and
he's great on his show. He's good in the studio. I wouldn't put him in the end zone doing a broadcast. It's not. He's with like 2 other dudes too.
Yeah.
On his show.
Yes, it's
not Clay Matthews. It's the other freaking linebacker.
He's a linebacker. Yeah. From Ohio State, right?
Yes. What the hell's his name? Former Green Bay Packer.
Yes. Didn't he have long locks?
Yes. What the hell's his name, Shane?
See, man, we are just way off here. We're not sure what the hell we're talking about.
Well, anyway, they do the broadcast. Florida State, love what they're doing. Obviously, huge win.
Huge.
Embarrassed Brian Kelly. A lot of Notre Dame fans agree with me as well. Probably.
Loving it.
They play Boston College this weekend, and AJ Hawk.
Exactly. Thank you,
There
Richard.
he is.
Thank you.
Richard. Let's go to your number 4 team.
Let's go to my number 4.
The Chris name game. That would be fun, Chris.
No wouldn't.
Osaka. Is that the name of the new Disney Plus show? Osaka. What's her name?
Osaka.
Jetta? What's her name?
Ahsoka. Really, dude? Come on. Do you watch Star Wars?
I haven't watched that episode. Is it good? Just quick.
The episode. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It's fun. Is it better than the Andor?
It's different. Like,
Okay.
I loved Andor because it was kind of methodical, and you saw the characters grow.
Yeah,
which was great, and people hate it.
I did.
But
I
I
loved Andor. You were right about Andor.
I love
Got patience with it.
This is a little different.
Is this more kids like, or is it good?
No, it's good, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to spoil it because it's freak. I mean, it goes beyond like the Star Wars lore, which everybody was excited about. So
Okay, great.
seeing her in live action is freaking awesome, and Rosario does a great job. So
That's awesome. I'm excited. Chris giving you a
As you
little
should be.
skinny.
as it
in the
should
top
be.
16 and a half.
What'd you call it? Osoko? What'd you say it was?
Osoku.
Yeah. No, you don't need it.
How do you say the name real quick? I won't forget it.
Ahsoka?
Osoka.
No, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of Ahsoka, let's Ahsoka our towels and get them ready for this pick.
Wow.
At number 4.
Number 4, Ohio State.
Yes, so you have to show me that you're terrible in order to drop. And they beat Youngstown State, which is not that impressive.
Mhm.
5-7, but I think it's going to build up for an opponent in a couple weeks. I'm not sure who that is, but
So Youngstown State versus Delaware. Who am I betting on? Delaware. That's
probably
who I
yes.
would bet.
Yes.
So 63-7 versus 35-7. Penn State, number 4. Penn State.
See, that's be careful because you might see a Penn State Ohio State game
Uh-oh.
and you're not going to like that result.
Is that going to be the whiteout game this year? I love it,
It's gonna be
Chris. If it is,
that is. Hold on, let me see.
that would be phenomenal.
Yes, they're playing on October 21st. See,
It's
there you
gotta
go.
be it.
So that's the one that we may do a little wager on.
We should do a live view of me and you watching that game
Oh my God, that'd be hilarious.
right here. We'll
That would
watch
be
it live.
hilarious.
It'll be fun. But Ohio State, you believe. I'm iffy on this quarterback. Obviously, the best wide receiver in the country in Marvin Harrison Jr.
Finally got a
in my
couple
opinion.
passes.
Finally put him in the hey Getsy, take notes. Put DJ Moore. I mean, Ohio State put him in the game plan. I think he tweaked something though. He was a
Yes.
little banged up, but
By the way, Sri, I want to thank you for inserting my 7.5.
she did a great job there.
That was hey, there you go. Yep, I like it.
There you go, Chris.
On my fumble there, so she saved me.
She did.
How about
She's going to be happy with this.
yes?
Oh, you have something else?
As my buddy Rick is. No,
Oh, okay. My boy Rick too. I haven't met you, but
yes.
I love you, Rick.
Number 3, Michigan.
Michigan.
Was Jim Harbaugh at the alumni?
He was not because, and he's a genius. He was the line judge at his kid's game, which they showed. It was.
Damn,
I mean, he was a genius. So as his team is celebrating his, did you see the little tribute?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And as they were doing that, and there were 110,000 people in the stadium,
Crazy.
My man
Big-
was a line judge or the poll holder for his kid's game.
Can I tell you something funny from that?
Please.
So on away games in our league, parents from the away team have to hold the chains.
Okay.
Stephanie Atoshin has volunteered to be a chain holder.
Nice.
I swear to God. How she's going to do is going to be updated here.
You're going to have to give her like a chain gang 101.
Exactly. She's like, I don't know. Her and my assistant coach, his wife, are going to be doing it 1 week. I'll keep you posted. But that's awesome. Michigan. Cherie says too low.
What the heck? Too low? Hold on now. Y'all even have a coach. What are you talking about?
And they're still winning. That's our argument.
Which is awesome. But need I say
was the suspension?
Who the hell was the game? TCU. No, wasn't it was it was TCU. No. Are we gonna bring that game up?
It wasn't TCU, was it?
Yeah, it was last year.
Oh, last year. Oh,
yeah. I forgot about that game. Well, apparently everybody forgot about that game because
I don't know if Bowling Green's going to stand a chance.
Watch out,
Bowling Green.
So yes, we're excited about Michigan, and they actually went up one from last year's poll. And I want to save some time for a couple other things I have to talk about when we get done. But let's go to number 2.
Number 2, USC.
Can we just give them the Heisman now? No?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe after the next game? I mean, wow.
Is this dude sick?
And first of all, his Dr. Pepper commercials are hilarious.
He's great. I know a lot of people. I don't know how you hate on it. Like, my tape eyes don't deceive me. I said it last year. If he was in the draft, the Chicago Bears would have to draft him. That's how good he is. And he's just doing it again. Obviously, week 1 was one for the ages. That throw going out of bounds. Me and you were like texting, and I'm like, oh my freaking God.
Wow.
You can't even. There's just dime after dime, and you're moving. It's effortless. Insane. The rotation and the fundamentals of footwork. It's just. Listen, he's a franchise changing quarterback right there.
I'm trying to make up for my 15-minute rant.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I apologize about that. Can we move to number 1?
Let's do it. Number 1.
Number 1, Georgia.
Okay, y'all. Georgia, Ball State, 45-3, I think. I mean, Diggs demolished. My guy's not there. I'm loving it because they have a QB who could actually throw the ball still, which is great. And all I got to do is say go Dogs because I think they have a chance to do it again. But let's take one game at a time for them. Any Georgia comments before I get out of here?
No, the champ is at the top. They stay there. I like that. I can't argue that one, Chris.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I just want to talk about a couple things.
Yes.
Conference alignment. What the hell do we even know? I mean, like, I need one of those pictogram things to let me see.
You need a whole map.
Seriously, man, and like double maps because like you got people crisscrossing, and they're gonna cross over again, and then we even got to talk about like the media rights deal. Like, how are you watching teams on the CW or in a movie theater? Like how did that happen? But I understand you might get money. We talked about Alabama, Texas a little bit. The last one, which I think we should talk about, is Colorado. What the hell's going on in Colorado, man?
Chris, everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. Look at Edwin. Perfect timing.
Edwin, I'm sorry, man, but like I am a fan of what's happening. I don't like the process of how Colorado got there. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I'm watching them like I'm turning the channel, see what channel they're on. Is it CW or ABC or what? But they're on. They're exciting. I mean, and after going 1-11, I mean, I couldn't believe that they blew out TCU like that. Which let's not forget, they were in the national championship game, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, how does that happen, right? It's amazing. He's getting kids excited about playing in Colorado. I think it's going to be an interesting year for Colorado, but I'm watching them because I'm excited. And then they got like another Gordy Lockbaum. You remember him?
Gordy Lockbaum, of course.
Yeah. There you go. So there's a two-way player. Is it what's his name? Turner?
It's Hunter Smith.
Yes.
Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah. Kids, obviously a ball. I'll say this, my 2 cents.
Please.
I've not been a big fan of Dion. I did not like how he handled the post-game presser against TCU. I all for the swag and on the field, getting to the presser, calling them out. I think that'll end up biting you.
Sure.
Right? So we'll see. Nebraska has not been good. So let's see what Prime does. And he's changing the culture. He's doing all the right things, and we'll see.
Well,
you build confidence. Exactly. If you build confidence, I've always said that. You have them believing. Listen, I am not going to hate. I just keep it at 100. Those are my opinions. I agree with you. I don't like how they got. I think they forget that story.
Sure. Well,
Chris?
Again, I mean, winning solves everything. But one of the things I told one of my buddies at his tailgate, Mike Slade, was that and then we were watching Colorado TCU. That win changed everything.
Right.
Changed everything.
Right.
Because he took a 1-11 team and beat the runner-up for last year's national championship. Now, again, they were talking about the guy from Texas State, how it was a larger points differential or whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that Dion did that, took a team at their house, I mean, it's going to be an interesting year, but that changed everything. I think coaches around the league, around the country now are like, oh, so this is how I build my team. Okay, and it works. Okay, now I just need some theme music before I go into my team meetings, and then I'll be good. Awesome show, brother. See, I would have been able to make my time a little bit better, but I had that rant beforehand, so I do apologize about that.
Listen, Colorado State rivalry game, 10 o'clock Saturday night. I always want to see how those rivalry games go out.
Is that going to be on the CW or where's that? Is that going to be on
the WB?
Is that going to be on the Home Shopping Network or what channel is that going to be on?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Cherie might know, but it will. I'm sure people are lining up to broadcast.
I'm sure they're going to find a way to put that. If it's not Home Shopping Network, it'll be the Food Channel or somebody, because somebody's going to watch.
ESPN has it.
Somebody's going to watch that damn thing on their show, because he just changed everything, man. Everything.
Listen, we'll see what they do, but you got it, Chris. You got it. You don't have any games to watch this week? We have that.
I'm trying to. I have a list of stuff, but I have to adhere to my time.
I know,
because
we got
my boss says I need
5 minutes.
Get done. So no, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, you're good.
Yes, I am good. I have no.
We will be back next Monday.
Yes. Next Monday, same time, same bat channel, and I love this kind of condensed opportunity. Maybe we can cut down my rant a little bit in the beginning. I think we'll be okay. We can get every team now. And then I can get the proper 16.
The proper
16.5.
Yes.
Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
That's right. He brought the pain.
Love it.
He gave you his top 16. He does it
0.5.
each and every week, and he added a half a teaspoon for those of you bakers out there. He had a quick rundown, real quick look at his 16 poll. There it is.
Love it.
Oregon State, Kansas State, 13, Oregon, Tennessee at 12, Utah, 11, LSU 10, Notre Dame, baby. Give it up at number 9, Washington, number 8, number 7.5, the University of Texas, who beat Alabama, baby. Penn State at number 7, Alabama and all of their quarterback blues at number 6. Florida State, not in front of Ohio State after they beat LSU. Questionable, but not for Chris. He's got Ohio State number 4. Michigan and Lady Bear are pissed. They want to be higher. Michigan at 3. USC with the Heisman. Looks like the leader in the clubhouse.
Oh, my God.
And then number 1, Georgia. That is Chris Zorich's Super 16 poll, the 3-time All-American CBS Defensive Player of the Year, national champion and college football Hall of Famer, as well as Walter Camp Hall of Famer, and all Madden. Can we add that?
Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot.
Ron
And
G.
we also need to add excited little young kid being able to take a picture with his idol Dick Butkus, which actually I've talked to him before, spent some time with him, but that was the first time we actually took a photo, and it was freaking awesome.
Next week I'll have the photo up here.
It's fine. I
save it to my camera.
Okay.
No, you didn't, but I saved it from your wife's Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
To my camera, but I didn't have time to upload it here. But
well, I was talking to my friends. I'm like, yeah, hey, and they're like, oh yeah, I didn't know you're on sideline of the Bears. I was like, how do you know that? They're like, dude, we saw it on your wife. And I'm like, oh, thanks, honey. Like, she didn't even tell me what she's doing, right? On my Facebook page, which is a whole different story. But
she takes care of your social media.
Oh my God, yes, she does. Sheree, thank you so much for being the person you are, and my dog's excited.
Everyone's excited.
And I think this year of college football, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be freaking crazy. But hey, let's enjoy it.
Let's enjoy it. We'll be back next week with the All-American Chris Zorich, former Notre Damer and Chicago Bear defensive tackle. Wish we had him at the 3 technique this past weekend. I'll tell you that. We will be live on Keeping It 100 tomorrow, Wednesday night, talking about all things Chicago Bears, the pressers, the lies, the politics, all of the stuff to get you ready for Bears versus Bucks. Tomorrow night, it'll be Keeping It Fantasy when the guys return and talk about fantasy football. And then throughout the week, become a patron. The tape never lies. We'll see you next time. It's not on the script, Chris.
It's on the script. God, I love that garage.
It's not on the script. For the great Chris Zorich, I'm your guy, Draft Dr. Phil. This has been our first episode this fall of the Super 16 show. We'll see you. Thanks for watching the Super 16 Poll Show with Chris Zorich. Like, subscribe, and comment. This has been a special presentation of the Tape Never Lies Network. Performance over politics.